What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And a lot of you have been asking a lot of questions since you've seen the early Madden 27 gameplay. You want to know what I really care about with the game. I focused in, we spoke about the, obviously the dynamic weather. I think that's a huge part. Some of you had the feedback of most likely they won't make it inclusive in Ultimate Team because there'll be too much crime and it'll affect the way that, people play the game. I get that, but I think we should have the opportunity, if somebody's playing in Chicago, and that stadium is dynamic, for it to possibly snow, and as the game goes on, it can kind of, accumulate or dissipate, like whichever way it's supposed to go. I still believe that, but we're going to be focusing on smart zones because that's where a lot of you, I've had over 100 comments, have said, yo, G, it's the same game. It's Madden 26. Now, for those of you guys that have not played the beta yet, please feel free to do so if you want to get the MVP Plus membership. It's available now. Very, very easy to actually download once you pay the money for the MVP membership. Just keep in mind, like I said before, when you pay for the membership, if you don't want to forget that you have it and you don't want to be charged next year, just cancel it. You keep everything for the entire year, all the drops, everything that comes with it. So just, go into your console. It was confirmed that PC does not have it, the MVP Plus membership. Shout out to all my PC players out there that made me pretty much confirm that it's not available on PC. Obviously on PS5, right there with the smart zones. Like I said, we're going to be going through it. I just want you guys, if you missed some of the previous video, to enjoy this gameplay, some of the smoothness of it. But I also want to make sure everybody understands, how to get the beta and play it. But this is actual in-game footage that EA is going to have available when the game launches in August. All right, so the beta plays a little bit different for those of you, those of you that have played it. But the actual game, that build is a little bit different from the beta. What they're looking to do with the beta is just to fine-tune some glitches, make sure that, the awareness and things like that with the defenders and things along that line will be working properly. One of the things I want to point out too, you see the way that the defender, you see how he stayed to the right with that cloud flat, but then he went back to the left? For those of us that have been playing the game, playing Madden 26, they don't do that. The cloud has not been responsive. So one of the things about the smart zones that I wanted to go over with you guys is that they're actually going to play that entire area. So they'll move left to right. And I think that that's a W. For those of you that are saying it's the same game, you have to play the beta first, right? Play the beta to kind of see what that build is. And then as soon as I get more gameplay footage, because I've requested it, to kind of see if we can kind of look at different players. Because one of the things that we've gotten away from is, why do players like Darrelle Revis play the same way as like a bum cornerback, in the game? Like, it's like, it doesn't matter that one guy has the awareness of 70 and somebody else has the awareness of 99 type thing. You know what I'm saying? So with the smart zone, right, it's not only for like a specific part of like a shaded down zone or whatever. They play an entire area and it's supposed to be based on their awareness. Now, all of the Ultimate Team fans that are watching this right now, we're like, I don't believe that, G. And look, I'm hesitant to believe it also. Okay, but I have seen certain things within the beta that has led me to believe that they are going to play differently. All right, what that means when I say differently, I can't really explain it right now. Like, I can't be like, yo, it's definitely going to be this or that. But I can tell you that they respond differently to different parts of the field, especially those mid zones. Now, the hooks, vertical hooks, I don't know what they did this year. Okay, when you put somebody in a vertical hook, this is what I want you to do. For those of you that have the beta, first of all, if you have the beta, type beta in the comments, because I want to know who has the beta so I can, pretty much talk with you about it. This is what I did, right? I tested out all the different hooks. I tested out the, the cloud flat, stuff like that, flat zones, and I wanted to see how they reacted, right? Every single instance, if I put a player in a specific part of the field and I knew something was coming and you could kind of like, smart route the zone, like, double tap the button and then put them in a certain area, they actually stayed in the area. So is that going to I don't really know how it's going to work with the final build, but I know a lot of you that are watching this video is like, yo, G, let me just say this. They're like, you're probably like, yo, G, I was playing the flat and I was getting flatted. Like, dudes were just throwing the ball to the flat. Like, yo, I'm in the flat, throw it to the flat. I'm going to say this, right? If EA does what they've shown, so far with the beta, just with the beta, and like I said, that's a previous build. It's not even what you're looking at right now. This is actual Madden gameplay that you're going to get, like the way the field is, all of the different dynamic stadiums and all the stuff. This is the actual game. I'm speaking specifically of the beta. defense actually plays defense. Now, I haven't played anybody so far online yet. I've just been offline, but I'm gonna go online today. And you know what I'm gonna test out? I'm gonna test out all the stuff against Bunch, because everybody's gonna be running Bunch. You know, pretty much people are telling me that Bunch is still OP. It's very, very hard for them to fix Bunch because of the fact that, you know, it's it's 3 people on one side and the one guy, and then there's so many different route combinations. So you have to pick the right zone for a player to actually sit in order to like take away everything. Because, you know, whether they go for the deep bomb up the middle, you know, right now with, you know, the lead passes, it's crazy because you can lead a pass inside so deep if they get down the field with Bunch. It's insane. The deep third doesn't pay attention to it. And that's been happening for like 3 or 4 years where the cover 3 is just useless because the deep third, the middle third used to stay in the middle of the field. Like if you go back to like Madden 15, even Madden 25, the middle third used to stay in the middle. He wouldn't pick a side. You know what I'm saying? You used to be able to play defense and just have the guy there. That's a more recent thing with these beaters where they choose a side, or if you streak too many people on one side, he goes to that side. That's broken defense. So far, okay, I haven't seen it. But again, I haven't gone online yet. I'm just playing some of the CPU stuff, trying to, you know, finesse my way around, doing some mossing, a little bit of that stuff. But I have a feeling with the way that the smart zones are, we're actually going to be able to play defense. Don't quote me on it, because I know you guys can't wait to come back and be like, yo, G, I told you. And look, again, right now, from what I'm seeing, the game plays a lot smoother than it did in 26 and 25. The rollouts are more organic, and the way that they get off the block is even more organic. So the smart zones, right? I think that that's the game changer for me because I pride myself on defense. And if I can't play defense, I'm very, very frustrated. So I've been frustrated for the last 4 or 5 years because as bad as Madden 20 was, I was able to play defense in Madden 20. Even with all the nasty streaks and the run game and all that stuff, if you played it right, you could shoot the gap. It was so many different things. It's all these new additions and the toning down of certain, you know, abilities and attributes that have changed the game. So at this point right now, I don't really know what else is left to be done. This is something that we have to, you know, look at. So I need everybody. I'm going to be checking the comments to see how many people wrote beta, and we're going to talk about smart zones and adjusting the zone to specific areas. And you're going to tell me how it actually plays. And I'm going to give you my feedback as well. And then together we'll be able to determine what exactly is going on with it. So I want you to please do me that favor as we continue to talk about Madden 27. Also, if you're excited, let me know. And if there's something that you specifically want me to go over, write that as well, because we're going to be talking a lot of Madden 27 here, and I really appreciate the feedback. Until next time, one love, y'all.